Taking all these trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live, I don't know what these mad for. I just had to do and got a really big bag for it. Still at your mama crib ain't getting money, you gotta ask for it. Tired of complaining, I gotta change my situation. Looking at the view outside, I thought I would never make it. Every day they take, but that don't stop the money making. If you want it, go and take it, ain't no point in hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Nashville. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set 18 Gator.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now it's Tannehill. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Tajay Sharp, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 47.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Tannehill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. After the interception, here's Wilson. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. He completes it to Henry. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Derrick Henry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Henry running right. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 on the Seahawks' 13-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A 2nd down run with Lewis. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Go! 60 outlaw. You go tight. You got time.
A draw play here, Lewis. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
64, win. Switch.
We're scoreless after 1.
No score.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Mike Vrabel saw him on the sideline. He didn't even hesitate. They will go for it on 4th.
I'm here all day. Slam.
They'll run for it with Henry, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Wilson down around his goal line. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
First down, Seattle.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Adoree Jackson right there, step for step in coverage. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. A couple of first downs, has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check 24.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level. Peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first point. It's a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10. To throw is Wilson. Going to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
He wants it all for the end zone, and unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson trying to lay one up deep and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 37 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
To throw is Tannehill. And he hits the running back, Dion Lewis. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. They find some open field here. 20. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
By the Seahawks. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And Myers able to knock it through. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 17-3.
17, Titans 3. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Tannehill on first down. They set up the screen for Henry. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw, Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Rasheem Green.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there. Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Tannehill. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They'll try and pick it up with Lewis. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Well, that's one of those in-between spots where you like to rely on analytics. Did you like the decision to go for it?
Frankly, I did because you know I'm an aggressive guy. But that the analytics and the old school go by your feel, that's got to marry up a little bit better because that one felt like an analytics call that someone didn't have confidence in. You know, normally this coach, I think he would have punted the ball.
Yeah, calculated risk. It didn't work out. It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
55 is mark, guys. 55. Go 14. Watch twins.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Kamale Correa in to drop him behind the line for a loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's second and 11.
Hey, let's go, baby. Mike, 55.
Here's Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Throwing is Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks, they're able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got. Play, even when contested. Fact.
Here's Myers now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points. So they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the ball.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And his guys are going to...
Honey, I dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Dash, honey, I dash, honey, I dash, honey, I dash, honey, I dash. Yeah, they can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. It's the team of the 80s versus the team of the 90s. The Niners, the Cowboys, they're underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go, Yee. Check, 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 check.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Prescott from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on 4th down.
You draw forfeit. 53 to Mike. 53. 1, Omaha. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, there was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35 and give him a gain of 37.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st down, here's Breida. Breaks a tackle. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Keep playing. Here we go, here we go. 180! 54 miles. Let's go, you tight. Hey, gun. Let's go, you tighten up. I got you.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. From 6 yards away, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Prescott to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
47.
Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Garoppolo gives to Breida. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. is free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. He goes 95 yards to the house on the kick return as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that.
Honey, I dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle this. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. What? 280. Friday. Look, guys, 4 down.
For this, they still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong foot.
Look, guys, 4 down.
Kill.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson flushed out right, and now he's going to use his legs. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let them know.
Check.
They'll toss it out to Carson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Check 250.
Check 47. Hey, keep it up.
Check 50.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go double count right here, double count.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is. So good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Got it.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Hey, let's get in.
Now on 2nd and 13, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 37. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Safety's creeping.
Alert.
Now a toss play. It's Carson. And some room to run now. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
To throw is Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From 19 yards away. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Here we go.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit.
Now Breeze lost the football. Hills hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They do go for it. It's Breeze. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. And a failure on fourth down on the other side leads immediately to a first and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. Now a give right side. Carson. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. On third down. It's Carson, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up fourth.
A 27-yard attempt.
And this has no chance. It's no good, well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold it.
He trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. He's got Smith here. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Here we go with Kamara. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing now is Breeze. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards that time. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 44 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. A.J. Klein showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Yo. Yo.
Hey, check right, boom. Check right 47.
All you get is a headache.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will be taken at the 13. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
95-56, 95-56. Hey, easy.
Breeze now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he will find a man here as Thomas comes open. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
5-8.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Hey, easy.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He'll buy some time right. This is complete to Michael Thomas. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Breeze. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change that. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Ted Ginn, 29 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Wilson throwing again. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Breeze. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Breeze going to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Looking for Gann, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And an alley to run. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Now Wilson on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Check, 47.
Now Wilson to throw again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. His defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Carson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Wilson going to hand it to Procise. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
14, 14, 47 is the
On 3rd down, Wilson eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Play out, play out, play out, play out.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. He's got Lockett. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Now it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a give right side. Carson. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd and 2, Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. 3rd and long, it's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. A 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Throwing left side, it's complete. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. On 1st down, Procise. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Being chased out left. It's caught. Lockett. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk 1st down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it is flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Flush to his, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good, and an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14-all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Breeze here finding Kamara. And just shutting him off there. A very solid gain of 27. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
Hey, I-7. Hey, easy. Here we go.
Here's Breeze to throw. Cook's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken very short. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Throwing now is Wilson. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
You can't block me. 47's the
Now Wilson steps away to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Again they run. Again it's Procise. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll look to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Bree's going to throw here. And his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, touch and time here critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Small. Easy.
Now Breeze. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Now it's Lockett. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Sheldon Rankin.